I'm Tara Kate. Welcome back to the Bird Artist Cottage. Welcome back to another vlog. This week I've got a couple of different things for you. First, an unboxing of Uppercase magazine. I was fortunate enough to have my work featured in the 50th issue, and so I've got the unboxing for you in just a minute. And also I've got a little segment on productivity and self-discipline. I have a lot of tools and techniques and approaches that I use to be a productive artist, and I get some questions sometimes about how I developed self-discipline. So in this episode, I spend a little bit of time talking about the apps I use and some of the approaches that I use to be self-disciplined and productive and to achieve my goals. So all of the apps that I refer to in that segment are in the description below. This is not sponsored by anybody. This is just the apps that I normally use day in and day out to be productive. So I'll see you again at the end of the video. Issue of Uppercase magazine. This is such a thrill, you guys. I have aspired to be in Uppercase for quite a long time. This is a major goal that has been realized this month, and it's the art and science issue, which is really a full circle moment for me. You probably don't know that I have a PhD in biology. I used to study birds, and so this is really coming full circle. And it's just such an honor to be included with so many amazing and talented artists. There's so much beautiful, beautiful work included in this issue, and to have my birds alongside their work is such an honor and such a delight. So, wow, what a cool thing. Isn't that awesome? 2021 has been really good for me so far. I've had 2 exhibitions and now Uppercase magazine. Wow, that's so cool. Yay! And I'll put a link in the description below if you'd like to get a copy for your own. Thanks. So I wanted to share some of the tools and approaches that I use to stay productive, and some of the ways that I've developed self-discipline as a full-time artist. I've had people ask me about how I developed my ability to work independently the way that I do, and so I wanted to share a few of the things that I do that help me to stay productive. And one of my secret weapons is my logbook. Every day I write down what I do and how I spend my time, and this helps me to track both what I'm doing and also whether or not I'm doing what I intended to do. And I also use this as part of my weekly review process. Every week, usually on Saturday or Sunday, I sit down and write out the answers to 4 questions. What went well, what could have gone better, what's bugging me, and what do I need to help me excel? And I just journal out the answers to those questions. I use my logbook to help me to remember what went well or what could have gone better. And when I say what could have gone better, usually it's things that didn't go well at all. And then I use that information to help me to plan the following week. So I'm listing out what I want to accomplish during the week. And then I also make use of a couple of apps that help me to be productive. One of those apps is called Things. It's a paid app and it's a little spendy, but totally worth it. And the reason that I started using Things was because I needed something that gave me sort of project level support, where it would pull different tasks together in projects and help me to keep up with where I am in those. And one of the things I really love about Things is that I can create a template for a project, like for a YouTube video, and then reuse that template over and over again, set a deadline, know that I'm not going to miss any steps, and that it kind of automatically reminds me of what I'm supposed to be doing and when. So when I finish my weekly review, I open up Things and I look at each day and add in action items for each day of the week. And that way I know what I'm intending to accomplish and what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm opening up Things first thing in the morning. That sounds a little repetitious. And that's giving me the list of what I had planned to do that day. But that keeps me accountable and it keeps me on track, because if I ever get lost or distracted or out of sorts, I can always go back to Things and ask myself, what was I supposed to be doing today? And that brings me back on task. I also use an app called Streaks. I find building streaks of consecutive days of getting something accomplished to be very, very motivating. And so that's one of the ways I've developed as an artist, is by doing 100-day projects, or even last year in 2020 doing 366 days of art making in a row. Is I'm very motivated by not losing my streak. So once I've established a practice of something several days in a row, then I want to keep that up and keep adding to the streak. And that keeps me doing things like drawing every day, even when I might not necessarily feel motivated to draw. I feel motivated by not wanting to lose my streak. And I think that's really largely what self-discipline is it's learning to be accountable to your own dreams and your own aspirations, and to not give up on yourself, or to not let yourself off the hook when you're feeling a little bummed out, or you start to feel discouraged, or life starts to get a little bit busy and the obligations of, say, family life start to sort of push down or overcrowd your life to the point that you start to kind of give up on the things that you want for yourself. So I think finding those ways to show up for yourself over and over again, even when you are doubtful of your ability, when you don't feel like you're improving, if you can just hang in there for a while until you start to see progress, then that becomes sort of a self-perpetuating positive feedback loop. And we need those. So a weekly review, something where you show up every week and ask yourself, how are things going? What could go better? What do I need to help myself improve or excel? I mean, even just those 3 questions would be super valuable for a weekly review. And then writing down a handful of things, 2, 3, 4, 5 items that you want to accomplish in the following week. And then plugging in those items in something where you know you're not going to lose it, and where you can show up with it every day. For me, that's an app. For you, it might be a notebook. And so I'm staying accountable to what my past self thought that I could accomplish, and staying accountable to that future self, which is the aspirational part of me, right? So here's a great example, because not every day goes well. Yesterday was awful, but I was able to come back to things partway through the day and say, okay, the tree drawing thing is just not working for me. What can I accomplish today to get a couple of wins in, to kind of rebuild my confidence? So that's how I've developed some of my self-discipline and how I stay accountable to myself. And if you'd like to try some of this, I'd love to hear how it works for you. And if you've got questions, please feel free to ask. So that's it for this week. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for giving me the attention and time that you took to watch all the way here to the end. If you liked this video, please do like and subscribe. That really means a lot to a small channel like mine, because I'm still very slowly making progress toward growing my channel. So if you saw something that you liked and you want to share it with someone, please do hit that share and pass this along to someone who could benefit from it. And thanks so much. And I'll see you again, and I'll see you again next week. So have a great week and see you next week. Bye now.